Moving, yes, we're moving our bodies and having fun. Let's have some fun with energy. All right. And so, welcome everybody to our Helping Energy Perception. And I was thinking of the other title that I'm using today is Expanding Your Essential Self. So I wanted to use that and really just get out of our minds and into our bodies by um, looking at the different patterns, the 5 different patterns. We may not have time to go through all of them because this can get really juicy and we're going to have a lot of fun with this. We're going to look at the wound side of the pattern. How does that show up in each pattern? And then the gift side of each pattern. And how does that show up? And we're going to do an experimental exercise and really move this. And I have music and we're just going to have fun with this. Doesn't have to be anything serious. So we're going to do a chakra warm up and we're going to do something a little different than I usually do. It's going to have music and you can do this sitting down if you want. And if you can, I'm just going to encourage you to leave your cameras on and stand up and move. Close your eyes. This is not about what you're doing, but just really experience it inside your body. So let's close your eyes and just feel the music in your body. Feel your feet touching the floor. We're going to get into the first chakra. Stop me. Put your arms up and down. If you want to make any sound, go ahead. Get into your body, get into your lower body, your legs, your feet. Opening up the first chakra. Yes. Let all that tension out from the day, any stress, let it out. Moving up to the second chakra. Big hip movement. Like you're in a swimming pool. You have a hula hoop on. Big skirt. Really flow it like you're swimming in water. Reverse direction, other way. Those knees soft. Close your eyes. Now do some figure eights. Going at your own speed. All right, looks great. Moving up to the third chakra. Take some side benders. Each other side. Reach it to the back. Keeping those booties tight. Lift up and back. Open up the heart. Move it down. Alternating. Shoulders towards the floor. It's going to be switching to another song. Lift it back up. Arm movements, giving yourself a big hug. Lift it out. Other arm goes on top. Inhale and exhale. Bring the arms down by the side. Big shoulder rolls to the back. Now let somebody in. Hey, keep going. Big shoulder rolls to the back. Switch, go forward. Close those eyes if you want, have some fun. Head rolls. Gentle with your neck. Open up the 5th chakra, the throat chakra. Reverse direction. Going to the 6th chakra. Massaging your face. Keep breathing. Working those fingertips to your scalp. Massaging your scalp. Here we go. Get yourself a good stretch. Waking up that head, waking up the brain. Keep tapping at the top of your head, the 7th chakra. And wiping it all off, head down to your toes. You can have a seat or you can stand, placing one hand on your chest, one on your lower belly. Sound the music. All right. So closing your eyes, feeling your feet on the floor, sinking your legs down into the floor, tucking your tailbone under. You may be feeling some kundalini, some energy coming up through the bottoms of your feet, up into your whole body. Keep breathing, some deep inhales and exhales. If you need to keep moving, go right ahead. Just coming in to the body, going inward. Noticing what is present for you, any sensations in the body, any thoughts coming up, just letting them be there. Do not try to figure anything out. Noticing just all the way from your feet, all the way going up between your legs, all the chakras, all the way up and out of the crown of your head and back down. Just noticing if it's like a clear channel, like, right, if you had a water running through you, this clear channel going up and down, vertical. Just by opening up the chakras, just by moving your body, allowing the movement, the energy to discharge. Allowing your heart to soften and open, receiving, really receiving yourself with your hand placed over your heart, making that connection to yourself with your loving presence and touch. And just imagining a ping pong ball going back and forth between your lower hand, your upper hand. Just connecting your 2nd to your 4th chakra, your 4th to your 2nd chakra. And see if you can allow your heart just to expand 10 times bigger than it already is. Expand in the whole room that you're in, What if I were just to expand, allow my heart to open even more in this safe space that you're in? And as you do that, you may feel your feet drop further into the floor, that deeper connection to the earth. And then bringing your hands over your heart together in prayer position. Pressing the back of your thumbs into your chest, making that connection with yourself, giving yourself gratitude for taking this time to open, to listen, to feel. And then when you feel ready, you can just slowly remove your hands from your body, take a stretch. Start sharing. So welcome Sarah and Claudia and Marianne. Good to have you all here. Does anyone need to check in about anything? Just about that experience. I'm not going into save any administration questions for later, after, or towards the end. Does anyone want to share?
I love the music.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
What is that, Lisa? I was going to ask the same thing.
Yes, it is Earth Tribe Rhythms by Brent Lewis. I can put it in the chat too. I was listening to it for like the last hour before our group started, and it's so upbeat. I love it. I just type that in real quick.
I think that worked well for all the chakras. That was really nice.
Yeah.
Is it like the whole list? Because it looks like he's got a bunch of stuff. Whereas was it a particular song?
The one that we were listening to is the first one called, oh, I just lost it. Doom Takadoom.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Lisa, I just noticed that as I am getting more balanced and able to focus, and that when you have part energy out, I notice that when I try and put my energy out, I feel a little nervous or a little unsafe doing that. I've created such a strong, intense inner energy that I'm afraid when I move it out that it's going to overwhelm other people in the space. And I just noticed that about myself. And I thought, oh, that's something to work on. So.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, Heidi. That's really great awareness, right? You've worked so much on your inner self, and now it's like, wow, I'm a little scared to bring it out in my external world, right? And I'm wondering, like, if this is like the thing. I know, like, I struggle with that too. I just want to be so relaxed in my body and just be myself in the external world. And there's like, I can easily put up a wall, right? And then I'm not. People don't get to share who I am, right? They don't get to experience me. And I don't know if that's how you experience it, but that's how I learned how to really, when I'm working on myself, learning how to work with that. Is that true for you too, Heidi?
It's more it might be, but it's more a feeling that I'm gonna be like a bowling ball and bowl somebody over with the intensity of it, rather than the fear of being known. for me, I think. So it feels like I've spent a long time with that energy. And I think that sometimes I was laying it out intensely, but now I'm more aware of how intense it is when it comes outward. So I just and that's creating a new sensation in me, a new sense of, oh, I have to figure out how to soften, filter, do something, put more filters and filter the types of energy and the way that it's going out. Figure that out more. So in the sense, and maybe that comes back to a sense of, how will they perceive me? I'm not sure, but this doesn't feel like the core worry. The core worry feels more like I'm about to be a fire hose and pull them over. So
Ooh. Which pattern, which pattern do you identify with when you say that, when you explain that to us? Like, I heard this fire hose is going to spray us all with your emotions.
which pattern is that?
Yeah.
It's hard to say. That I'm still learning the patterns, but could that be a aggressive pattern or a rigid pattern that's like bursting out or something like that? My primary pattern is that the more I learn about this, the more I'm pretty sure that my big pattern is a leaving pattern. But because of that, I'm sensitive to energies.
Yeah.
And now I'm experiencing my own as going out there, and I can feel it more. And I'm kind of like, okay, need to be careful because I don't want to over intensify people, I mean, so I don't know, maybe it's just a matter of filtering it so that I can filter appreciation and compassion in a high degree, and make sure that I'm keeping other things more softened or something like that. Feels like maybe it's a matter of filtering. But I feel I can push my energy I can really push it far when I try that. It just can really shoot out there. So I'm like, oh dear, that's farther than I thought I would have energy to push out. And it's almost like a volcano, I've been percolating for many years, kind of inside, trying to fix my own inner self. And now all that energy, if I make it go outward, it's a lot. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Does that answer your question?
Oh yeah. No, I mean, I love your description, how you just really fully describe like a few different patterns there I was hearing. I don't know about for everybody else, but I heard a few different patterns I'm curious about. And I love how you're taking the time to recognize that for yourself, and also recognizing how other people respond to the energy, right? That gives you a choice. Do I want to show up differently? Do I need to do something differently? Do I want to do something differently?
Yeah.
Lisa, can I ask a question
Sure.
about that? Because I was listening for that too, and kind of listening like to kind of key phrases she was saying. And it sounded like a rigid pattern trying to hold in this big energy. I was hearing it. Is it okay? Is it okay with you, Heidi, if I ask if I can identify a pattern?
Sure.
Thank you. Sorry to jump on that. I'm just trying to learn.
Yeah, me too.
It sounded like to me, so what I was hearing is maybe a rigid pattern of trying to like lock in, because I was hearing like maybe I need to filter that better, fix it. Like there was something else that's lost my mind, but I wonder if the other, like the big energy would be like, I think you said like challenger, aggressor, like a blast of energy, and then like a rigid is trying to contain that.
It might be.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, because the rigid, certainly the rigid pattern wouldn't have come in my childhood. I'm quite sure of that. The rigid pattern would have come later, after I encountered a lot of traumatic brain injury and a lot of sensory processing issues, and I couldn't move and couldn't, so that would have been later in my that would have been my adulthood. But that pattern, I think, was there because it's like even hard to move. And I was having to take all of my energy and focus on trying to, sort. So I did have a long period of time where I pulled all of my energy in and was putting in there. So that would be a rigid. Aggressive pattern, I don't know that I've learned enough about it yet. So I'm not exactly 100% sure about, I don't know exactly what the qualities of that one are. Leaving pattern, I'm quite sure came at birth, prenatal. I'm pretty sure I was leaving all the way in the womb. I never connected quite. So maybe I have that combination or that notion of the leaving pattern, which is sensitive to the energy, and the knowledge of the rigid pattern, which I got later on to trauma, of how that works. Maybe I have those two knowledges. And now that I'm trying to move my energy out more and see what that's like in my life, it's like
I'm
it's
curious.
like I have to relearn it or something.
Can I throw out, I kind of think I heard another pattern in there too. I'm wondering if anybody else picked up on a different one.
And the case study today.
You
Okay,
are.
what did you
Is
find
that
out?
okay with you, Heidi? I just
Yeah,
want to ask, is
that's
that okay?
fine.
And I'd love to work with this. And this actually is a good segue into what we're going to be doing. And to go off of what Kimberly said, is anyone else hear a pattern? I heard, this is what I heard about the volcano, like a volcano, like
Mhm.
erupting.
Enduring?
Yes.
Exactly. Mhm.
Well, I've certainly had pieces of the enduring pattern that really came in with that, and again, that was all trauma induced later on. Trying to endure the severe vestibular and sensory processing and mitochondrial disease and all that kind of stuff that came together. So so I did definitely have that. And now that I'm freeing from a lot of that through all the healing work that I've done, so it's just that I have all the healing work I've done is recently in the last few years have been all revolved around healing my energy patterns. Basically, that's had the effect of healing physical things, but a lot of it has been healing energy patterns. So I have this abundance, it feels like, of energy that and then what to do with it. It's not like the physical kind of energy that you would run around, that suddenly you want to run around and give off from physical movement necessarily. It's really an energetic feeling. So that energy is just like, I can feel it. I can feel that I can contain it. Like right now it's contained. I've got it all contained in here, but if I look at the house that's 100 feet across, I could feel that I can shoot energy over there, right? And I had someone recently tell me when we did an experiment where they were standing.
Heidi, I'm going to just pause you right there. I love where you're doing with this. And there's so many patterns coming up. And I've got
them all.
They can all show up in different ways. And I wonder if we can just slow it down a little bit and go to the leaving pattern. Mm-hmm. And everybody, I want you to put in the chat what you know about the leaving pattern. What is the wounding of the leaving pattern? What happens to the person when they are in their wound in the leaving pattern? What happens to them? Put it in the chat.
They're in the wound?
Yes. So, for example, leaving pattern usually up and out, checks out, right?
Yeah. I think Sarah's the main one. It doesn't feel safe to be embodied. That's at least my experience.
Doesn't feel safe to be embodied, unsafe, want to leave their body, into their thoughts, their minds. Is anyone else here in relate to leaving pattern? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What let's see what else not feeling. Wants to leave. Yep. Is the words gotta get out of here? Yeah. Make yourself invisible. Hide myself. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything else? Fly under the radar? Yes.
There's feeling unsafe in the universe too.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, at least for me, it's not just in my body, but in connecting with the universe, there was unsafety there. It didn't feel safe. There's all these weird energies out there. Didn't know how to cope with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's feeling unsafe in the universe, in your community, in my house, my family, my job, right? We can just really get macro all the way back into micro. And then it goes back, like not even my body, not even with myself, do I even feel safe with.
Mhm.
Okay. And what are the gifts? When you're in the gift of the leaving pattern, how does that show up for you or that person? What are the gifts? How do you show up, like in your body? How do you show up for other people in your job? What are the gifts of that?
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Creativity, intuitive.
Mm.
Right, able to just really focus, right? Just really focus, like time is irrelevant. You're just honing in on whatever thing you're working on. Sensitive, energy perception, artistically inclined, highly intelligent. Yes. All great examples. Okay. So we're going to take this information that you've all just created, and we're going to put it to music, and you're going to grab your scarf, your blanket, whatever you have, and we're going to start out with feeling the wound of the leaving pattern. So that energy of hiding, making yourself scarce, making yourself not seen, invisible. And then we're going to, now I'll guide you through this, and then we're going to shift into the gift of it. And this is not about what everyone else is doing. This is about what feels right inside you. So I want you to be able to experience the difference between what it feels like to really hide your energy, right? Withdraw, make yourself small, into that expanded energy of this is who I am. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. And I have a right to be here.
Mhm.
All right. So let me get the music started again. Okay. So if you want to stand up, you can sit down, do what's comfortable to you. Leaving pattern. Making yourself hide, small, get away, gotta get out of here. Make yourself hide. Oh, I don't want to be seen. Go into the corner of the room. Gotta get away. Oh no. Quiet, still, quiet as a mouse. Make that energy really small. It's okay to peek out. See if anyone's listening, anyone's here, anyone's watching you. even smaller. How small can you make yourself? Right, now you're starting to come out. Starting to be more in your body. Swaying to the music. Starting to expand your energy. It's okay to come out. It's okay to be in your body. It's okay to be safe. Putting your superpower cape on. Wrapping it around. Expanding that energy. Filling up the whole room. Letting yourself know you are here. Expanding your energy bubble. Make it as big as the room. You're going to say to yourself, I am here. I have a right to be here. I am not going anywhere. I'm staying right here. I can be in my body. Safe to feel my body. Taking up the whole space. No more hiding. You're out in the open, in your own space. Noticing your energy filling the room. Having your superpower stand. Try it on for size. How does it feel? Putting on your new outfit. Starting with the feet. Putting those shoes on. Maybe you have some new boots. New costume. New pants, skirt. Putting that top on. Zipping it up. Noticing. Yes. It's okay. Here. It's okay to be seen. I have my creativity, my intellect, my intuition. It's okay to be seen. Just take a moment. Close your eyes. Place your hands on your body. Go inward. Allowing the energy to flow through your body. This beautiful earth energy. Helping ground you, the leaving pattern. Helping you stay present in your body. People can experience you, who you are. The gifts that you bring to the world. Let's bring it back. Does anyone ever do that? Just turn on some music and just have a dance party with yourself just to get yourself in? Yeah. Take this off, a little too hot. How is that? All the time. Yeah, Lynn Marie. Mhm. Marianne.
This whole thing is really good for me to be showing up because I got off work late and I come home and my husband's there and he says, he wants to talk to me and I want to be on this program. So what do I do? Do I cave into him or, and so and part of me just wants to hide all the time. So I said, I'd like to be on this program. And I listened to him for a few minutes and then he says, yeah, you just get home and you're on the computer again. So it's like, yeah, you know what? I said, hey, I got off work late and I went to the store and I'll be through by 5. So I'm taking a stand for myself instead of, oh, I'm guilty, whatever. I'm not living up to his expectations. That's challenging for me.
Ooh, thank you for sharing that, Marianne. And I don't know if you noticed your hand gestures, like you said when you got home, like, I have this program at 5, I'll be done at 5, and this is for me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Wow. I love that. It's like you made the choice. Okay. I'm going to come home. I'm going to sneak in so no one hears me or sees me.
Right. And
Like,
everyone.
do my thing, right? Without getting in trouble or getting
Right.
people mad at me. And like, no, I'm going to show up. I'm doing this thing and I'll see you afterwards.
So we left.
Yeah.
And here I am.
Yeah. And here you are. Mm.
Oh,
They're a great exhale.
yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. Mm. Anyone else want to share?
So I was just going to say real quick, when you were doing that, I was feeling like I got a sense of, okay, it can use the energy like breathing, the energy flows out, the energy flows in. I can bring it in, I can bring it out. It doesn't have to be trapped in or it doesn't have to go out. And I was thinking if I practice that more, it might get to feel more natural to me again in that way. And then I can, it's kind of like, I still feel there's a need to control the energy, and that may be just the stage I'm in, but it feels like, nonviolent communication. If you're angry, you don't spew everything out I don't want to spew everything out onto another person. I want to use appropriate language, right? The energy flow feels like that. I don't want to just be spilling energy out. I feel like I need to control it to some degree, but that was really kind of helpful, that sense of, oh yeah, it's just practice. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe energy in, breathe energy out. And so anyway.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you, Heidi. And as you use your hands, that breathe energy in and out. And I just noticed, like a flow, right? Just a flow. And we can talk, like that's that resiliency zone, that being in that flow.
Yeah, so that I'm not blocking it up in places instead of it like being, kind of like this. It can just flow in and out more naturally. So hopefully I'll work on that, see where it takes me.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. Anyone else want to share? Claudia.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, this was, thank you. Thank you for this exercise, Lisa. This exercise allowed me to feel what's under the cover and the mask and the enduring pattern I've been into, because everything is upside down. I mean, we're starting to put our feet back on the ground. We just moved out of state. I was able to feel, thankfully, some grief, some watering of the eyes, which for me is invaluable because I don't show it, I don't feel it, well, myself feel it, but everything is kept inside in terms of the grief
Mm.
or loss or frustration.
Yeah. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Mm. You brought up a really good point about when we move energy, right? Other things can show up that's been blocked or stuck or whatever, right? The tears come out, the anger comes out, or whatever it is. And this is the part where it's like, yeah, it's like listening to the body, it's wanting to come out. And then like we let it out, and then we can come back to that state of like homeostasis, that equilibrium, flow state, right? Which we're trying to like that balance instead of going to the swing of this side of the pendulum to this side, the more the flow state, the space that lives in between the two.
Yeah. Can I add a little something?
Yeah. Yes.
So that practice of free form movement and just movement it's a foundation of my life.
Mm.
And because of the move the past couple of weeks, it's been moving boxes and doing things like that. So it was a reminder, you leading us in that exercise was a reminder of, oh, that's home. This is what I've been missing. I know every day that's what I need. So it's just an affirmation again. Oh yeah, I think I can do it. I can, like, more than stretching, more than doing yoga or using the roller. Yeah, maybe just 3 minutes of burpees or something, or just really pushing myself so I can feel more alive.
Yeah.
So,
Mm. Thank you. I love that. And I just noticing your energy, how you're saying like the moving, right? Moving, like it's like moving energy, moving boxes is moving energy. It's you have memories in there, whatever's in the box, right? And that moving, we're carrying even those boxes, that's energy moving. And you talked about that, like, oh, if I could just take 3 minutes to myself to move, like without having to do yoga or whatever it is, just for myself, the burpees, and then your energy got bigger. Did you notice that? Even the way your voice and your hands let go. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyone else would like to share? Yeah, Kimberly.
I was really inspired by listening to Heidi and Claudia. My excitement and passion about this work is helping people to consciously work with their charge. Like on purpose, perceive the charge, hence the name of the class, or developing your energy perception to be able to attune into yourself enough to sense your own energy charge and to work with it on purpose. And like Heidi was talking about wanting to be in control, but even though you can't always be in control, I like to use the word being in charge of my charge. I can't control always the energy charge, but I can learn to work with it purposefully. Right. And so listening to both Claudia and Heidi today just reminded me of that mission and purpose that I have of teaching people how to attune to their charge and work with their charge purposefully and allow being able to flow, like Lisa was saying, in the experience and being able to like guide it. I can't stop it, but I can allow it and I can guide it and I can be more in charge of it with practice. And I love, Claudia, that it is your practice generally to do that free flowing movement, right? And you kind of haven't had a chance to do that, but how important it is for you to feel that sense of home in your body. I love that. So thank you guys for sharing that. It helps me be excited about showing up for class every week when you guys are like really getting the benefit of learning the skills of moving your charge on purpose, doing it purposefully and being creative with it and being curious about it. Thanks for sharing, you guys.
And I want to encourage everyone to, if you can, put some music on, put some of your favorite music on. If you're in a pattern or you just want to experience your own pattern, what it's like to be in it, and then go out of it, and then express it 10 times bigger. And it doesn't mean you have to do that outside of here right now, right? That's the idea. But to practice, kind of just really getting familiar with it, even familiar with what does it feel like to express myself 10 times bigger, right? When you're in your own safe place, when you're here, this is our experiment. We're under the microscope, we're experimenting, we're seeing what works, what doesn't work, allowing yourself to play here, right? To share, get some feedback. Yeah. And it's exciting. I'm excited for all of you. Yeah. And then we will continue, because I think it's important to take these patterns just one pattern at a time and to talk about it, experience the energy of it, and then bring it back to talk about what it was like for you or not. Like, don't identify with that. I don't get it. It's okay too. Yeah. And you may know people in your life that are that pattern, right? And that's where we can build maybe some empathy. Oh, now I get it. When I see someone else in it, or what it's like to be in it, and then I'm experiencing what it's like not to be in it, that can help bridge that connection with the other person too, that maybe is challenging or for us. Yeah. Let's want to check our time. Does anyone have any last minute questions before we sign off? We do our checkout.
I'm gonna have I have a comment.
Yes.
I'm seeing the challenging people like my husband or my sister as not that I want them to get better, but what is it in me that's being triggered by them? And what is it in me that needs to be healed or recognized? And so it's kind of like instead of, oh, okay, here they come. Okay, this is a learning experience. And so that kind of puts a little more positive spin on it.
Love that, Marianne. Were you finished or was there something else?
I'm finished.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that. I love that you used the word opportunity. The people that we are challenging in our lives, challenging us, there's an opportunity. It's like a mirror. Okay, something's being reflected to me that I need to work on for myself, right? So it's like a mirror. It's an opportunity to learn, to grow. I think we're all here to grow and to transform. And when we transform, it has a domino effect. Yeah. Thank you all for being here today.